grinding is very irritating and time-taking in Blox fruits. Some fruits can make this process 2 times faster and some of them will slow it down by a lot. So in today's video, I will be talking about the top 10 best fruits for grinding in Blox fruits. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Starting off at number 10, we have the smoke fruit. This fruit is very cheap and also has low mastery requirements, which means you can unlock all the moves super easily. And also the smoke fruit has very high damage compared to the fruits which are similar in price. And also I would like to mention the smoke fruit is only good in the first sea. Whenever you guys are approaching the second or the third sea, you guys should always be using a better fruit than this one. So for that reason, the smoke fruit is very good for beginners. Moving on into number 9, we have the portal fruit. This fruit is very unique and has a lot of mobility. Like literally, you guys can teleport to anywhere on the map. That can be very useful if you guys are farming bosses, and also the portal fruit is not really that cheap, so the beginners cannot really trade for it or buy it from the stock market. But to unlock all the abilities of this fruit, you guys have to level your mastery up to a pretty decent amount, which is not easy for beginners. So for that reason, I have to place it at number 9. Okay, moving on into number 8, we have the sound fruit. This is a new fruit and it is actually quite good for farming. It has decent damage and also all of the moves are quite big, so they will hit multiple enemies and you guys can farm very easily with this fruit. But there is also one setback with this fruit as well, and that is that it has long cooldowns, which basically slow down your grinding. So for that reason, I have to place it at number 8. Okay, moving on into number 7, we have the ghost fruit. Yes, the revived fruits got a rework and now it is actually pretty good for farming. It has very good moves, low mastery, fast cooldowns, and also no knockback, which is very good for farming. And I would also like to mention that the ghost fruit is very fun to use and also a very easy to use fruit, so you guys will not get bored when you guys are grinding. If you guys are up to the second sea, I think you guys can try out this fruit. It is actually quite decent for farming, but of course there are better fruits than this one. Moving on into number 6, we have the ice fruit. This is actually such a good fruit for farming. First of all, whenever you eat the ice fruit, you guys will have the ice trident, which is very good for farming. Secondly, the ice fruit is very easy to use and also has some good mobility. Oh yeah, and also you guys can walk on water, which is obviously very cool. And nearly all of the moves of this fruit stun your opponents, which is very good for farming bosses. So for that reason, the ice fruit is definitely a good fruit for farming. And yes, if you guys still haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so, since we are very close to hitting 30,000 subscribers. Next up at number 5, we have the blizzard fruit. This is also another very strong fruit for farming. It has good damage and also very big moves, which is obviously very important for farming. This fruit has one setback, and that is the moves are very difficult to unlock since it has a very high mastery. And especially for beginners, that is not an easy job. And just like the portal fruit, the blizzard fruit is also quite expensive, so not everybody can afford it and buy it from the stock market. So yeah, you should only use it if you are in the second sea or maybe in the third. Okay, moving on into number 4, we have the flame fruit. This is such a good fruit for grinding. First of all, it is very cheap, so even a beginner can afford it. Secondly, it has low mastery, so you guys can unlock all the abilities very easily. Third, it has very high damage and also has burn damage, which makes it super powerful. And lastly, it has good AoE, so you guys can farm very easily. So for that reason, the flame fruit is definitely one of the best for farming. Next at number 3, we have the light fruit. Similar to the ice fruit, whenever you guys eat the light fruit, you guys will also get a sword, which is obviously very good for farming. And secondly, the light fruit has the fastest flight in the game, and that is very useful for traveling around the map. Third, it has low mastery, so you guys can unlock all the abilities super fast. and also it has very fast moves and low cooldowns, so you can level up super fast if you guys use the light fruit. Okay, at number 2 we have the magma fruit. This was very close to being at number 1, but it is at number 2. The magma fruit has the highest damage in the whole game. Also, it has low mastery, so you guys can unlock all the moves very fast. And I'm not even kidding, the moves are just made for farming. Like, you guys will have such a fun time grinding with this fruit. And lastly, this fruit is amazing for farming sea events, because you guys will not be drowning in the water, and also you will be dealing super high damage, and that basically makes all the sea events very easy to farm and makes it super fun as well. So yeah, now let's finally move on into the number 1 spot. Here we have the Buddha fruit, and let me explain. First of all, whenever you guys are using this fruit, you will never use its abilities. You will just transform into the Buddha and then just use your fighting style or your swords to deal damage. Secondly, you guys do not need to awaken this fruit to actually make it super strong. Don't get me wrong, awakening it makes it better, but you guys can use it without awakening it. And now the best part about this fruit. You do not even need to level up the mastery of this fruit. Like, how much easier can it get? It is clearly the best fruit for farming. But of course, every single fruit has setbacks, and this one has as well. You guys cannot use this to farm sea beasts and stuff like that, since it is nearly impossible. So yeah, you will have to eventually switch up to the magma fruit, but for grinding levels, the Buddha fruit is clearly the best. And also, if you guys want me to make a video about the top 10 best fruits for PvP, I can also do that as well. So let me know in the comments below. Oh yeah, and also if you guys still haven't joined my Discord server, down in the description, make sure to do so, because after joining my Discord server, you guys can join into some giveaways, and you can also find some teammates to do some sea beast hunting, leviathan hunting, or might even awakening your race. So yeah, make sure to join my Discord server down in the description. And lastly, there were a couple of devil fruits which I did not include in this video, such as the venom fruit, the shadow fruit, and also the doe fruit. Yes, these fruits are very good for farming, but they are extremely expensive, and also their mastery is too high. So for beginners, they are actually such a big time waste, so that's why I did not include it in this video. But yes, you guys can actually use it for farming. And of course, if you guys are using a different fruit for farming which is also very good, you can always let me know in the comments below. So yeah, that wraps up the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys still haven't, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and hopefully whenever we hit 30,000 subscribers, I will also be hosting some giveaways, so stay tuned for that, since we are very close to hitting 30,000 subscribers. So with that being said, I will hopefully see you guys in my next video. Peace.